Hey, are you a Beyblade fan who got isekai to the world of Beyblade Burst and you want to fight Lain Valhalla out of misguided revenge for your favorite characters because you dislike the battle choreography of his controversial fights and how they were written, but couldn't find a word to explain why that just aren't nerfed or plot armor? Here's how to beat Lain Valhalla. Now, when he's using Variant Lucifer or Vex Lucius, he's got 3 special moves: Variant Wall, Variant Crush, and Variant Disaster. Variant Wall is his most iconic technique and the toughest to beat. There are some ways to beat it though. First, you can do what Iga did and focus less on overpowering the barrier, but more so pushing Lucifer out of the stadium, since Lucifer requires a few stadium advantages to gain more momentum for his Beyblade speed. But the better solution is to do what Shu did and aim for the top by using a special move or attack at the top of the Beyblade after falling from the air. This would prevent Lucifer's opponent from the wall spinning blades to harm the opponent, and if it hits hard enough, not only would it prevent Lucifer from using the barrier more effectively from the loss of spin power, but also make him more susceptible to a burst. Now, you can try to weaken the barrier with speed and fast and hard strikes, but you need to be careful because if Lucifer is able to recover the barrier by taking advantage of the stadium, he will be harder to beat if he can use said rotation to get stronger. Variant Crush is a lot harder to deal with since the blade pinches the opponent Beyblade between itself and the walls. The best solution is either to race off the outer rim of the stadium to dodge and go for a swift rising counter, a la upper shoot, to push Lucifer into the wall since the barrier probably would get chipped from a more sturdy object. Finally, there's Vexing Disaster. Disaster is basically his last resort using the 12 barrier blades on the ring to charge at the opposing Beyblade. Vault wasn't prepared for this since he overcame Wall, so the best solution I would say is to use the inner rim to dodge it and then go for a counter strike. As for Limit Break the End, this is a move you might need a tag partner to work with since Rantaro had to sacrifice Ragnarok so Val's Valkyrie could not get out of the stadium. So what about a 1v1? Well, there is a strategy that can work. Basically, the idea would be to wear Lucifer down, but before it receives enough damage to activate Final Wall, do what Shu did against Varian and hit the wall to rise up in the air, and then slam Lucifer down from above. Remember, in a tag match between Shu and Lain versus Drum and Louie were going for a spin finish that would have worked since it wasn't damaging the layer, but Shu had World Spring and slammed down because the end did not receive enough damage to hit the burst layer. Now, some of you may be wondering why I haven't brought up Final Wall, or the End Wall, where Lucifer channels power through the end ring to generate a ring around the ring, but it's basically the same thing as Variant Wall, except a little bit stronger. So just copy what I said about having to defeat Variant Wall. And that, my friends, is how you can defeat Lain Valhalla if you ever got isekai to a Beyblade Burst world. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and BIP of Bizarre Interest Productions, signing off.